Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's an all-you-can-geek Moviecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinstein,
Yo, yo.
and Tony Kokonakis.
Hey.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers, because we are live on Twitch right now. Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock. Please join us for these live broadcasts. I just got notified we went live because I subscribe. Same thing with YouTube. If you don't get these live broadcasts, we're over on YouTube. All the content from the previous weeks, months, years, over there, actually. You can go check it out. Go back to the old episodes. So it's got a lot of stuff. We got tonight, most anticipated movies, TV shows, and even on the Gamecast, we'll talk about some games too. No particular order. We do finish out the episode with that. So we got some news to talk about though. We got some trailers to talk about, what we've been up to. It's been a long January. We are in February now. We're already at 1 month into the year, guys. 1 month.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we got a big movie coming. Big movie coming very soon. Which I finally bought tickets for.
A couple weeks.
So I'll be going that Sunday to see
Regal?
Oh no, I'm going to the AMC. I had tons of credit, so it was free. It cost me $1.81 to go see Captain America. Yeah. I was like, that's a no-brainer. That's for two tickets, by the way.
Probably could make money if you went to Regal and sold the code. But
I probably could.
Internet.
But where's the closest Regal? It's over by you, Tony, isn't it? Over in PA, right?
I don't know where Regals are in
I'm almost certain. Almost certain.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
I think they're over in they're over PA, over on the border there. All right, guys. Box office this week. Let's see. Number one opened up is Dogman, which I know Ari and my stepdaughter wants to go see. Did 36 million. Pretty good opening for it, actually. Considering how I think it had a $40 million budget or something. No, it was 80 million. It was an $80 million budget. So not bad for an animated show. I mean, you can't talk about budgets anymore about like 80 million is low these days, you know? It's they're gonna make their money back from it. Companion, Mufasa, One of Them Days, and Flight Risk. Nothing great right now. I mean, Dogman, I guess, is the movie to go see right now. Like I said, coming soon is the new Captain America movie. Hopefully it's really good. I hope it's fun. But guys, what have we been watching? Talking about, I'll kick us off because I was talking about all of our old contents over on YouTube. I told you guys I've been falling into that angry video game nerd pit. So I've been watching that stuff like crazy. Like 20 years of content almost over there. Enjoying his videos of gaming old classic games and crappy games. It's fun to put on. Like one of those, you finish a show, like you finish an episode of something, which I'll talk about in a second. You finish an episode, but it's like 10:45 at night. I'm like, I don't want to do another hour-long episode of something, so I'm like, it's perfect to put that on and just watch that. But I've watched Severance, which has been an amazing second. Are we in the second season? Yeah, second season now.
Yeah, second season.
So who's been watching that, guys? Anybody?
I have to catch up still. I haven't watched it yet.
It's been fun. Like, who watched the first season? Tony, did you watch the first season? I can't remember.
Nope.
Oh man, Tony, you gotta watch this show.
I think.
It's so good, so good. These are the shows that like people don't even realize exist on Apple TV, but they're so good. Like yeah, I'm enjoying this show so much. Episode 1, I was like, what the hell's going on? Because it was long breaks. We have that problem with these streaming services. You get these long breaks, you forget. But episode 2, it kind of hits you. You're like, oh shit, that's right. So it's been good. I also discovered another Apple TV Plus show called Silo, which is the drama.
Just now? Come on, man.
Yeah. So it's been on my list. For those wondering, this is like a serious Fallout is the best way to say it. It's like Fallout the show, but more serious, drama related and mystery. So I finally got into that. I'm on episode 5 of season 1. I just watched the first 4 episodes yesterday. So
one of my board game buddies watched it and then immediately read all the books. I was like, he couldn't wait.
Oh, it's a book. I didn't even know it was
Damn.
a book. So much I know, but really good so far. I really enjoy it. I'm sure the books are way better, so I can't. That's kind of got me interested in that now. But maybe not. Maybe they're doing a great adaptation. I don't know. But anybody seen this one
Enjoy
yet?
what you're enjoying. Yeah,
I know.
I saw first season.
Okay, so first season.
I watched all these first seasons, and then I
Okay.
don't have Apple TV, so it makes it a little bit trickier.
Yeah. So you broke up a little bit there, Corey. You have a frozen video, actually. But all right. Anyways, that's pretty much, I think, it for me. I'm trying to think like what else besides Severance and that were the big shows this week. I don't think I've seen anything. So,
Sorry.
Sorry, Tony, anything for you?
Nothing new. I'm going just again for cooking dinner. I'm going through Friends rewatch. It's been a couple years. It's like The Office. It's one of those things. It's every couple years, it's like, yeah, whatever. I could just put it on. Not really pay attention. It's interesting because like some of the humor is still kind of there, right? It's like you just laugh at the circumstances that happen with some mid 20 somethings, right? Which it's funny because when the show was out, I was a kid, right? So like a lot of the stuff,
40s,
right?
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff didn't hit, and now that I'm in my 40s, I'm watching this stuff. I'm like, oh, they're all babies. Like this is weird now. Like it just kind of changes my perspective on a lot of things. The episode I just watched actually was one where Monica lied about her age at some bar or party or something like that to some guy that said he was a senior in college, and then they have sex, and it's like she's like, oh, I just want to let you know I lied about my age. I'm not 22, I'm 25. And he's like, oh, well, since we're coming out, I'm actually not a college senior, I'm a high school senior. And it's like,
oh Jesus Christ,
oh my god, like I don't know how that would go over today, obviously with statutory, but
yeah,
it is interesting to say the least. And pretty much, I think I've said this before on the podcast, or at least we have discussed this, is just so much of the old stuff that if cell phones just existed, you would not have these plot lines or these, circumstances and happenstances where it's like, oh, I missed you, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, oh, if I just could get a hold of you, then we could have averted this entire crisis, right? It's like, send a text like, yo, I'm running late, blah, blah, blah. Or it's just like, oh, it's a, whole big hubbub and stuff like that. So I feel for writers, I guess, these days, because you really have to
tougher.
write that kind
Home
of
Alone
shit
couldn't
out.
exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Home Alone
would be
would
like... Home Alone, the movie ends just right there.
Yeah. So, oh, Mom, you forgot me at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, cool. Anything else? That's it.
That's it for me right now.
All right. Mike.
Can't think of anything.
Okay.
No.
Corey.
Well, I've been moving, and so that's
Oh, yeah.
one of the reasons my internet's so bad.
Yeah.
So I haven't really got a chance to really watch stuff. I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out my internet situation still. So sorry,
All right.
guys, if I freeze up on you.
You didn't go. Did you get that FiOS?
Yeah, they didn't have the fiber. They cut somebody when they were doing stuff to this place. They cut the fiber line, so they have to redo it.
That's painful. Like, you guys remember years ago for me, and this is tangent. Like, I had that issue here with the internet constantly cutting out, and that was an Optimum issue. That's cable. And ever since I went to the fiber here, it's been night and day. So, all right.
Yeah, no, definitely looking forward to it. It'll be a little more stable.
All right. Yeah. All right, let's get some news, guys. We got some news going on. We got to talk about budgets earlier on with Dogman. We got Superman's budget has been revealed for the new movie coming in July. 180 million. Not bad.
Is it?
Right?
Okay.
It's not, do you think it's too high? Do you think it's too high? I don't know. I was kind of thinking they'd be go to like 300 million.
Didn't they do like
it's got to do 600 or something like that, right? Roughly, like a little under 600. It could do 550 and it's successful.
I don't know about that.
Nope.
I mean, double the budget, right? Plus the marketing. You figure another 100 million on top, so that's 500-ish.
Sure.
I mean, it's not crazy considering what these budgets of these other things have been. 250s, 300s.
No, I know, but we're out of that pre-pandemic era where China had huge turnouts for a lot of these movies, right? I mean, Marvel especially really banked on a lot of that success, leading up to Avengers Endgame. I'll just say that out there. So hitting that billion is a lot harder these days.
It is. It definitely is. But I think this is an investment movie. As long as it's good, that's going to help.
Of course.
Yeah. So they're putting the 180 into it.
Everything DC does is kind of investment right now.
Yeah, but they're hoping, like, if this is a good movie and it doesn't like pull 550, 600, let's say it pulls 550, 600, they'll call that a success because it's an investment movie.
No, that's awful.
You know what I'm saying?
That's awful.
But that's an investment movie. So hopefully they can build a franchise from this. That's what
I think for. If this doesn't do...
It's not a video game console, Jim. You're not... It's like there's no software.
I think if this doesn't clear 800, they will be terrified.
I
don't
don't.
know
I don't
about
see
that.
it doing that.
I mean, I think that's the bold 800. I mean, that's high considering what Superman has pulled in its history. I think the highest is like 700, isn't it? 687 or something like that. Superman by himself without
Sure,
Batman.
but
I think,
but what year was that? Right, 2012, right?
when did that come out? 2013?
2011, 2013.
BVS,
Yeah, no.
Not Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
2012 was
Yeah.
Avengers. Was that before or after Avengers?
I think it might have been
I
after.
remember. God, the timeline's all messed up in my head. It's pre-COVID.
All right. Hold on, everyone. Take it
But,
easy.
We're gonna
but
slow
either
this
way,
one
again,
down.
you don't spend $180 million just to make 500 or 600 million for a company like Warner
I know
Brothers,
what you're saying.
especially
Listen.
nowadays where money's a premium because interest rates are high.
It's 2013 was Man of
2013.
Steel.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
right. You got it right. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I can't say you're wrong with that situation, but I don't think they'll be disappointed if they do 650,
I
700. I
absolutely
just don't
think they
see
will
it.
be disappointed. They might not say it outright, but internally, like 650. I mean, fuck, even Marvel B tier movies do that much these days. And your number one again, top 3 superhero, iconic, recognizable worldwide.
Yeah, no, I got you. This is worldwide recognition. I got you on that. That's where they've been messing this up a lot.
Again,
But don't forget how much brand damage they have done to this.
No, I absolutely understand that. I'm just saying
you have to count
this
that.
feels like deja vu when I was talking about this years ago, right after Batman v Superman came out, and I was like, how do you take Batman, add Superman, and you still don't clear $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
I remember saying that distinctly on this podcast, and here we are,
Especially
a
with the
decade
opening
later,
it did too.
and
That opening was like
we're
what,
humoring the
200?
fact, well, if they make 600, they'll be happy. It's like, no, they fucking
Yeah.
won't. Are you kidding me?
Well, the bar is lower now.
The bar
man.
is low,
But again,
absolutely, but
but
that's why you
also,
hired James Gunn.
again, I don't trust Warner Brothers to stick to anything if it's not. I don't trust them to do investments like you said, because there were plenty of investments last time, and then they're like, whatever.
They invested
So
like
when
10
they did have a
years.
hit,
We
also
just
they
talked
fumbled it so much.
No, they didn't, because they hedged their bets. They were hedging immediately. They're like, let's move on. Let's not. They
Man of
did. They
Steel
hem and hawed
2013.
back and forth for like 8 years.
Man of Steel was 2013, and what, Flash was 2023, right?
Yeah.
So you
that
had a
wasn't
decade.
the plan. That
His-
wasn't the
his-
plan, though. They
his,
kept changing their
His
ideas
point was like they didn't know what was
halfway
going to
okay,
stick
all right,
around.
sure, but I mean, you have to course correct. You can't just be like, well, this character is
Well,
unlikable.
the problem is they course corrected too much.
Well,
They were trying to do
right.
too many
You're
course corrections,
absolutely
and they
right.
didn't
Yeah,
have a
I'm not
vision.
saying, but the thing is, if you have these characters that are unlikable by fans, that they don't come out to the theaters, you don't just keep them. I'm sorry, you don't just double down and commit to it,
They'd kill for that BVS turnout with this movie.
huh?
That's what they'd kill for that BVS turnout with this.
What
movie
was
right
BVS again?
Now. It was like what was it, like 850 million or something?
Batman versus Superman?
I'll tell you right now. I'm on the site.
Okay.
I'm on the site. I'll tell you right
I
now.
forget.
Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, 2016, 874 worldwide.
Well, okay, yeah, no, that was better. It was Justice League that flopped bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Batman at least had the opening weekend.
Yeah, and now so the bar you're not wrong here. The bar worldwide, Man of Steel 670. It's got to beat Man of Steel. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Looking at that, it's
100%.
got to beat that number.
100%.
Yeah, it's got to
You
beat that number.
you can't do less than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But until 750, 800, they're going to be very happy with that, I think.
No,
I think
yeah,
they
that's
will.
fine. Like 800,
Yeah.
I think, is like, hey, the goal.
Okay.
The goal here.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
Everything
I
else
hope-
after that's gravy.
Yeah. I
We'll see. We'll see what they do.
We'll see.
All right. Good news for everybody. I don't know if we mentioned this last week. Maybe we did. The final season of Squid Game is coming this year. We have a release date, though, June 27th. So,
That's gonna be on way too long.
much shorter wait than I
Yeah.
anticipated. I'm thinking fall or Christmas of this year.
I'm way
Yeah.
happier with, because like I was kind of upset spaghetti after that.
Yeah.
Finale. I was
So,
like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But we'll
So
get to it.
we're just taking a 6-month
We'll
break.
be bringing it up later on in the episode. Just as
Yeah, a 6-month break. So, all right. Other news, Mike. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is getting a reboot with
Is
Sarah
this
Michelle
real though?
Gellar.
I mean, is it actually happening, or is it
It's
just
happening.
like we
Deadline's
hope
reporting. Deadline's reporting.
Yeah,
This is
but
happening.
Is it?
I mean, somebody's got to pick up the pilot still, but they're doing it.
That's what I mean. Like, is it really going? It's
I
like,
mean,
okay, we're talking about it. We're gonna put
yes, it
something
is
together.
green
Let's
lit to
see.
be shot. They're shooting a
But
pilot.
okay, it's
I
weird
mean,
though
it's
because
what else
these
do you want?
days it's all like the streaming. You have it's just like all right, straight
Oh,
to series here.
it'll be
It's
it'll
not
be
like oh,
streaming, but no, it'll be
well,
streaming,
no,
but it's not green lit officially yet. So
obviously what I'm saying though is like with most of these shows these days, like Squid Game and whatever, like they go into a streaming service that just has yep, here's 8 episodes. You get 8 episodes to see what you can do. This is just like we're gonna do a pilot and see what happens.
yeah,
Nobody knows.
yeah, I got you. I get that point of it. It's definitely guarded, but for obvious reasons, right, Mike? I mean, you don't know what they can do with this thing, right? You're worried as a fan.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, also part of the thing is my favorite characters aren't supposed to age. Like Angel and Spike, if they show up, they can't, or they have to be like,
Make up those
you know.
wonders, man.
Yeah, we'll see. But and
Because they
otherwise,
always
like,
had Spike. Spike looked so much older with his makeup on, anyways, as a vampire. You know what I mean? So it's like
well,
they could
I
do
mean,
that.
there's two faces for
I
vampires.
know.
There's their, but I just and do we want to see what like 50-year-old Buffy is doing? I don't know.
Um, we'll see. I mean, Churro just asked who's doing this. It's being
Not
written
Joss Whedon.
by no
I
Oscar
can
winner
tell you
Chloe
that.
Zhao. Chloe Zhao is set to direct the pilot, written by Nora and Lila Zuckerman from Poker Face. Um,
Close the
it's a
Eternals
pilot
director.
order. It's a pilot order from Hulu, so it's a Fox thing. So
They also, I'm curious how they will tiptoe around all of the comic continuations. Will they make them canon? Will they ignore them? Will they
Mm.
just send it so
There's
far in the
a
future that it's
book too,
vaguely
Spike.
something?
That was like an audio drama
Oh,
thing on
there's a lot
Audible.
of stuff. There's been a lot of stuff since the shows have ended that
I just
was
I feel
listen.
like it's easy
ongoing
to
until
just ignore
recently.
all that crap and just go
They
work
got
with
Sarah
them.
Michelle Gellar
We'll
attached to
see.
it. I think
Yeah,
it.
she wants to do it now.
Yeah, she's excited to do it. So there we go. I think that's a good thing.
We'll see. I mean, it's a legacy sequel.
Tony
We'll see
Tony
how it
knows.
goes.
The money,
She's
the
excited to
money
do
itch.
this.
And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Get that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
So
see what it comes in like.
look, I could be pleasantly
No Joss,
surprised, but right
no
right
Joss
now,
attached, obviously.
Yeah,
Good.
no,
no,
Joss is
yeah,
canceled.
he's
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and
mean, it's Michelle Gellar kind of like just going through the whole ring of old stuff because isn't there like a I Know What You Did Last Summer movie coming out also?
Yeah,
Mhm.
well, if they did Scream, they got to do that one.
exactly.
So
I mean, whatever. Again, money talks,
no,
right? At
Yeah.
some point, it's
it's
like, ooh,
I mean,
this is
she's
hard
been
to
out of the
ignore, right?
limelight for a
'Cause, I mean,
while. Yeah.
what else? Right? What else has she been doing? Which again, I'm not
Especially-
blaming her.
She's-
Get it? Get
Yeah.
it?
she
Like,
she has one of the most classic overestimations of like her staying power after her show ended. Like she
Sharing
her
sharing the link in chat for Churro there. Churro, there's the link to Deadline. So
she's had some rough career choices ever since, unfortunately for her. So, because everything she's on just gets canceled right away. It's weird, but so we'll see.
Common
But yeah,
denominator there. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know about her as an actress. People love her. She's fine. I don't know, but yeah, legacy sequels all over. We'll see if it works. Very few of them do.
yeah,
But
no, I know.
we'll see.
We'll see. Lastly, we got the trailer today for Fantastic Four: First Steps coming July 25th, and I've got to say, guys, visually, wow! I was shocked. It looks actually like looks good.
I like the look
I mean,
of it actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like embracing, I guess, almost like embracing the campy is what they're doing. Like that kind of a, it's a futuristic '60s. That's it. You know what I mean? Like
Retro-futuristic or whatever.
retro-futuristic. That's it.
Starlink,
That's what I'm looking
Starfield.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize they were going. I think they said this before, but I forgot that it was a period movie, right?
Mhm.
I didn't realize that again. So it's interesting, I guess. I actually think the thing looks worse than the practical versions we've seen before. But
I disagree with you on that. I think I like his look this time. But I know when I first saw him, I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. But I think for comic book look, I think he's got that look better than like an original comic book drawing of the thing. I think that's very accurate. If you look at like 1960s, Fantastic Four, I think it looks very much like that. I don't
Well,
know.
that could be a good or bad thing, depends on what you
I know,
want.
like you're in a real world and you have a cartoon character there, basically. But it's fine.
I mean,
Yes.
I think with the thing for me is I want a big guy. He's always short. I mean, not that he's short, but like, he's always Mr. Fantastic and him are the same height. It's just like I feel like the thing should be a little bigger. Like, isn't he like Hulk size? Come on,
No.
I don't know.
that's not. But not. I mean, I always think that, but it's never the
No,
case.
I know. Like you think it, but if you look at most of the official comics, things like he's a big dude, but he's not like a Hulk-sized dude.
No. He
Right.
was like a football player or something
Here.
beforehand, right?
I'm just gonna. Where's our chat here? I'm
He's a
gonna
chef
share
in
this in
it
our.
looks like.
I don't know if he grows when he gets
Hang on.
Rocky or not.
Mike, in our Discord there, just take a look at that. I just posted a link to. That's what I'm talking about. I thought it looked like was that. And that's not even a 1960s one. That's more recent, but I think it looks very close to what they're going for.
Yeah,
So
I mean, looks good. I'm surprised at how many visual effects that they had already. Like, they just like, all right, we
yeah,
gotta get
yeah.
for the trailer. So I was like, oh,
Mhm.
this is pretty good. But it's coming out this year, so again, it should be pretty far along. You'd hope.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, I think it looked good. It's only a minute and 30 seconds, so not much more to talk about with it.
There's a
But
teaser.
yeah, we'll get more Super Bowl. There's more, so stay tuned for that. And that's been confirmed. So I think we'll get another version of that trailer on Sunday. We're gonna get another Superman trailer on Sunday, but only during the Puppy Bowl. So they're not gonna do it during the Super Bowl, which hey, I'm cool with. I'm watching the Puppy Bowl, so it doesn't matter. But
Saving that budget for that 700.
well, I don't even blame them on that with the cost of commercials. It's insane for Super Bowl commercials, but I really don't blame them for that. So, but yeah, all right, guys, that's it for the news. Let's talk about some most anticipated stuff coming this year. So let's talk with TV shows first. I will kick us off here with one of my most anticipated. Let me bring my list up here. TV shows for this year. I'm gonna go Stranger Things, guys.
Yeah,
Finally,
that would be
finally.
Kind of have to. Yep,
Finally.
That's on the lower level of my anticipation, but it is one of the few that I am anticipating.
Yeah, I mean, we the series finale this year. We've waited how long for this? At least 4 years since the last season. So it's been a long break. I really wonder if they can pick it
Feels
up and go.
long.
Huh?
Enough
Like last
time
time
for
it's
them
like, oh
all.
wow, we're here already, but it's felt long.
Yeah, like these kids are supposed to be playing kids that are like 10 years younger than
They're
them
like-
now at this point. Yeah.
Almost,
So-
yeah, fair. Enough time for them to graduate college. It's the last one,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But definitely looking
But
forward
no,
to
it's
this one.
exciting. I'm excited for it because like the way that the last season ended, you're like, oh my gosh, can't wait for the next one. And then like, oh,
Yeah.
It's been what?
they gotta go
4
through school.
years?
4 years. 4 years.
Yeah, they got.
It will
Yeah.
happen, you know.
All right. Tony, you got one? What's another anticipated?
Squid Games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
As we just mentioned. Yeah.
especially with that ending.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, and both of these are Netflix so far, is not everything obviously hits with Netflix, but when they do find something that resonates on a global scale, they make it really worthwhile to watch. And I feel like with Squid Games, they captured the success for the most part that made the first season so popular and so just sensational, I would say.
Yeah.
Where it like really put that type of thing on the map, especially for Korean dramas, where all of a sudden, Netflix is investing tons and tons in Korean dramas. So I think that's really cool, just to see more content and more types of shows coming out rather than just same old. But with Squid Games, I'm excited to see the finale, how things shake out. Obviously, it end on cliffhanger. Spoiler alert there. But you gotta want to root for the main guys, right, in trying to get their revenge and or justice for things that happened. And it's hard to see that, right? It's hard to see that from where it ended. So it's kind of interesting, like, okay. And then the slogan, the tagline is, oh, the game's, you got to finish the games. And so it's like,
Yeah.
well, okay.
We'll see.
Do.
All right. Mike, you got an anticipated show?
There's really only one more for me, and that would be Daredevil Born Again.
I figured you'd say that's probably my most anticipated.
Yeah.
I think.
Just,
But go on.
I mean, I was again the original series, barring some of season 2, was really like my favorite stuff in the old MCU that really wasn't in the old MCU back in those dark ages on Netflix. But they're I wouldn't call this a legacy sequel, but I guess it kind of is. They're continuing that storyline. It seems like finally, after switching ideas here and
There
there.
have
It
been
seems like.
there have been a
But
few reports of it being darker than the Netflix version.
well, there is a thing that gives me a little pause right now, and that is the showrunner has a bad case of James Gunn mouth, where he's talking too much about it and saying things that he shouldn't. I think, but
Yeah, I get you.
including stuff like that. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm looking forward to it, and I want to see where they go with these characters. How we have Mayor Kingpin now, and yeah, the continuation of the ensemble cast of Daredevil. So yeah, looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, it's very excited.
Yeah, I mean,
Corey?
the
Yeah,
thing,
okay, go on. Sorry.
well,
Go on,
I mean,
Tony.
we're
Go on.
overlapping here, so we're going to talk
We're
more
overlapping.
about
Yeah,
it, but
yeah. Go ahead.
you know, with Daredevil, you know, I agree that the Netflix first season of that was probably one of the best pieces, again, of content, right? Where we're going back in Netflix, where that was like, holy shit. I didn't care about this character much at all, right? If anything, it's like, oh, I kind of know him, right? But I don't care about him. But that first season was just so good, where it was like, holy shit. Like, I still remember the first time I saw that hallway fight sequence. It's just like,
Yeah, it's incredible.
Like one of the most incredible scenes. Right?
Can they capture something like that in the
Right?
show?
Can
That's the
they
question.
do that?
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is, like, seeing that whole Netflix universe, right, grow and then fall was, you know, bittersweet at the end, because I think it didn't really end on a good note, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you, Iron
Just
Fist.
what things happen. But when they were like, when the rights got back to Disney, and Disney's like, okay, you know what, we're gonna bring it in house. It's like, oh, Daredevil's back. All right, that's cool. She-Hulk cameo, whatever. But then it's like, okay, you're not gonna do it with Karen and Foggy, like.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Like, why? Those are the heart and the soul of Matt
Yeah,
Murdock,
three
right?
characters.
I'm
Right.
really glad they listened to that
Yeah,
feedback. Yeah,
because
I'm so glad.
everything we were learning now, it just sounded like a train wreck. I'm like, oh shit, I'm glad there somebody, I don't know if it's Feige or somebody right below.
Somebody was like,
just pump
we
the
can't
brakes.
do
Like,
this.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
this
we
is
can't
not
do
worth
this.
doing, right? So I was
Yeah.
hesitant. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about this anymore. And it's like, now I'm back in. So
Yeah.
really excited.
It's
for
coming
it.
in March, so very
Yeah,
soon.
not too far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting the actors, like, because the actors are casting for them, so having them come back is real.
That's the
real
thing.
nice to see.
So
It's like you could have easily recast if you wanted, which would have just killed it. Would have killed it completely.
yep. All right, Corey, give me one here. Anticipated.
Is X-Men '97 not coming out this year?
No.
It's probably maybe. I think it is.
No.
I think no.
Anyway, I mean, you guys had
I
like.
think I remember reading a report that it was going to be at least 2026 and being like, oh, okay.
Fair enough. Any as a point,
I'm gonna see. Oh, you're right.
I was
2026.
expecting Mike to say that, so I was like, oh, I'm so
2026.
surprised because you guys all said the other ones that I had on my list, except The Last of Us Part 2. I'm very excited to see how this train wreck of fandom is going to explode.
they
as
just
we talked
said-
about in my bold predictions, I feel like
We won't
people
get
are
that
gonna
this season.
be
We won't get
upset.
that this season. They just said this is going to last 3 seasons.
Yeah, so
So I think they hold that out for like another season at least to keep viewership. Because I don't think
See how
they
they
want to. Yeah.
I don't see how,
I mean-
because doesn't that happen in like the first like quarter of the
I
story?
think that would be a mistake.
Because it's the whole purpose of the story, I thought, right?
Yeah,
Well,
like
you're following a character, and if you're following this character without any motivation as to why you're following this character, that ruined the story. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, hey, this person. But maybe they'll make it a mystery. Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess I'm very curious to see how this turns out, because I'm excited for either a huge
You wanna see the-
fallout of
you wanna see the chaos.
fandoms or like I really want to see a red wedding reaction is what I want to see, with fans be like, what the hell? How could you do this to my boy?
We'll see. Anybody got more? Tony, you have another one?
Not for shows.
I have. I'm
have
just looking
movies.
forward to the finale of Severance. So we can move on to movies though. We don't have any more shows, guys. I was gonna say the finale of Severance.
I
Though,
think
'cause
we
I
hit
just
the
can't wait.
ones that we're all. I mean,
Yeah.
we're all excited for those.
Yep. All right, movies. Tony, give me a movie here.
Hold on.
Sorry,
Okay.
I just-
I don't know.
okay,
I
good.
didn't have my thing up. So first one, I'll go with Thunderbolts.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nope,
Just
that's
because,
my most anticipated movie this year.
right? Just because I
Is it?
never read the full run of
Mhm.
I think it was the 2010s. But apparently that Thunderbolts run was amazing. Like, everybody talked about it. It was one of the most popular Marvel runs at the time, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. but just the concept of like villains posing as heroes, and doing good, right? But secretly doing some bad shit, underneath, behind everything. I was like, oh, that's a cool concept, right? Especially when you run into Norman Osborn being like the Iron Man central figure and stuff like that. So for them to do that in the MC universe proper, I thought that was cool because a lot of these characters are that villain, borderline ex-villain, whatever, that they didn't just happen to kill in their movies, right? Because like Ghost, I really liked, even though we didn't see too much of her. Same thing with I liked Taskmaster. And then obviously Yelena's great. She stole the show in Black Widow movie and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. And even though what's his name, U.S. Agent, fuck him, But I think it'll be interesting to see him in a movie where he's just living up to that standard that he kind of set for himself. And my boy Bucky, Winter Soldier,
Yeah. I agree. Hopefully it's good. Hope it comes together. Corey, it's like your most anticipated.
Yeah, that's my most anticipated. I was looking at the list of movies that are coming out this year, and I had a lot of trouble finding
Really?
movies that I was excited
I-
about.
I mean, I'm excited for 2 this summer. They're within 2 weeks of each other. But Fantastic Four. You can't not be excited for that. Like, I am super excited. I hope it's good.
I was not.
Like, I'm hoping it's like a massive hit. I really want it to be a smash hit. Like, I want them to make a Fantastic Four movie that wows and just make people happy to see it. And like, if you go back to the original Fox stuff, those movies, that was one of the earlier superhero movies that released. And the first one was, I remember it as good. Yeah. But I know that it wasn't that great. And as the sequels went on and on, it got worse. And so they really haven't done Fantastic Four well. And it's like one of their biggest comic franchises since, not anymore, but it used to be. And I'd love to see it come back for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping it's good. But
I'm on the fence on if I want to watch it or not.
Yeah.
And really, the only one of the big driving forces is Invisible Woman is pretty much my main right now this season in Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals getting you hyped. Look at that.
But I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I really care to go watch that movie.
Well, Mike, what are you anticipating for? What are you most
Not
anticipating?
much, not much.
Really?
But I am interested. Again, I might not see any of these movies, honestly, but I am interested in what they do with the Superman movie. I want to see what happens with that.
It's must-watch TV, must-watch movie, because you got to hope it's good or not. It's like their whole the balance of DC's world is in this movie's. This is it.
Yeah, and it's been some time since there's been a solo Superman movie too. So
Yeah.
And I didn't really like Man of Steel that much. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tony, do you have another movie to say? Or?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on, sorry. Love Hurts. This is the movie starring Hee-Koi Kwan, where it's a martial arts action comedy where he plays like a retired agent, professional hitman, I guess, whatever. And the cliche gets pulled out of whatever because his cover's blown and stuff like that. It's a type of movie I think we don't really see anymore in the the post-streaming era. So
yeah, I think you're right, and I think
great actor. So
it's fun because you're like, what's that?
No, I was gonna say it's got that John Wick kind of feel where it's not that it's so serious as John Wick, but it's just like this, like let's focus on what makes characters cool and fun, and not necessarily big, bombastic special effects and things like that.
Yeah. Like this year, I think is going to be one of those surprising years where you're like, it's going to be a movie that you'd least expect to be a movie of the year kind of thing. That's what I'm wondering. Like, is it going to be something like out of left field? So I'm gonna throw a wild card all of your way. A wild card. Naked Gun.
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't even realize it was coming out. Liam Neeson is playing Leslie Nielsen's old role in this movie. I mean, Liam Neeson, folks. This is written by Seth
We talked
MacFarlane.
about like how the casting of this movie before and how it's perfect.
Well, I mean, the casting sounds like it's just its own joke, right?
Yeah,
But
that's what you have to be for this movie. You have to.
I know, but does Liam Neeson do comedy?
Yeah, what?
Yes.
Of course he does.
The idea of the Naked Gun series was more about like just blunt, like serious, but saying jokes seriously. Like that's really what it's about.
I mean,
like,
I've seen some of the
Yeah.
old Naked Gun. I know, but I don't know if Liam Neeson can do a Leslie Nielsen. Really,
Well, that's what we're going to
We'll
find
see.
out, and that's why I'm throwing
I
it out as a
guess.
wild card. Throwing it as a wild
Yeah.
card.
Well,
So-
we're not guessing if it's gonna be good. Are we
No,
just
I'm
talking
like
about
I'm
what
I'm
we're
excited
about?
for it. Like it's an anticipated
this is
movie as a wild card.
Yeah.
So, but anybody else got one more movie here? Corey's not looking forward to 2025 apparently. So, no.
Well, I mean, Mission Impossible. You could
Yeah,
skip
yeah.
right over me. So
Oh yeah, Mission Impossible. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the second part.
Thank
We
you.
only got the first part last time, so it's wrapping up
Yeah.
this one with Reckoning. So
I
good to see again all these stupid cliffhangers. You got to break these movies into two and get the most out of them. But these movies are just
Yeah.
always high octane, a lot of fun action and spy thrillers. So and
I'm
Tom Cruise
looking forward to those too.
he's
Yeah.
found a formula that works. Just pump out the same thing over and over again. It works.
Yeah, I think with the cliffhanger of the last one, visually that was a freaking incredible movie. I love this. I liked what the story they're giving us in this. So, yeah, just keep making Mission Impossibles. That's it, Tom
Yeah,
Cruise. That's what you're doing
Definitely works. And
till you're 90. So, anybody else? More movies? Give me some more. Anybody? Mike?
I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about this upcoming Captain America movie too. I might go. I might not. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing it just for the fucking Marvel rival skin. I'm looking forward to it, but the thing is, I still have concerns about Anthony Mackie being the leading man. I just
Mhm.
even that they released a new clip today, I think, or yesterday,
Yeah.
whereas him
Was it,
talking to Harrison
yeah, it was.
Ford, Ross,
Mhm.
and it's good conversation, all, but like, he just doesn't have the presence that Evan does, and I don't want to make that direct comparison, but like, it's so hard to be like, you're the new Captain America. Like, I'm just not getting.
It's
those
just
vibes.
that sidekick syndrome, man. It's like you can't get out of it. Like you look at him, it's like that's the sidekick. That's not the main lead. Where's the real guy?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I really think Falcon Winter Soldier hurt him a lot more than it helped him.
For sure.
It's confirmed there's no Bucky in this one, right? There's none, right?
Supposedly.
Who knows?
Oh.
Really, everyone lies about everything, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I just feel like without him in the movie, it's gonna hurt that as well because like, although their show wasn't great
Falcon
either.
Winter Soldier
I'm
can
hoping
help.
that what we've seen of the trailers is only like the first third or something, and I think there's a possibility of that because I don't know, how do you have that kind of thing where you don't have any of your secondary characters like Bucky or
Yeah.
Hawkeye, etc. Just feels weird to me, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
I got
It's
you.
only next week, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Valentine's Day weekend.
Valentine's weekend. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Isn't
Yeah.
that next week?
Oh, it is next week. Holy crap! Well, I mean, we're in the early part of this week. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a whole weekend before, 2 weekends away. But all right, anybody else got another
Yeah,
movie?
I got one movie, and I know two of you at least are going to be like, "Oh, I forgot about that."
Yeah, here we go.
It's Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out story.
Oh yeah, that's this year.
That is this year. Netflix
Oh.
just tossed it out there
I
in their
talked about it, yeah.
Netflix direct, for lack of better word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, both those movies, fantastic, entertaining.
Always great casts.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, forever, like I could not have cared less about Daniel Craig.
That's what.
Before
Yeah, I was gonna
Knives
say
Out.
found his calling.
Like
Found his calling.
I didn't care about like whatever the couple of those James Bond movies were good, but like I just didn't care for it. But Knives Out, like I just think he was amazing, like as
Benoit. Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc, great. And honestly, I hope he has like so much fun doing these movies, and he just does this for the rest of his career.
I
Every
like I said. I
couple
think
movies
he's.
his Mission Impossible.
I think he's found his.
Exactly.
He's found his like his calling, like his fit. He's
Yeah.
found his like fit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like this is it.
Yep.
So-
And it's like a smaller scale where
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be like this big
Yeah.
James Bond spectacular.
Yeah, it's
thing.
not
just,
bombastic.
yeah,
It's not
like this- yeah.
AAA
Exactly.
whatever summer blockbuster. It's just hey,
Right. It's not even in the going to theaters, is it? It's like Netflix.
No, it's direct to
again?
Yeah, this will be Netflix. Yeah, this will be Netflix. Yeah.
And the thing is, from my understanding, it just seems like after that first movie, all these actors and celebrities are like, oh, I want to be in the next one, right? And then after
Yeah.
that second one, like
Mhm.
it's more. So like, I just want this to be a thing where all these people are just dying to be in, literally and figuratively, dying to be in a Knives Out film. So
Great.
Cool. Yeah,
All right.
I do have one more though. I
Okay, go on.
had three, but My last one is the Ballerina, which is the John Wick spinoff.
John Wick. Yeah. Yep. So there's movies.
So
There's movies.
no,
You
I'm
downplaying
saying
the
I
year.
was just saying it's struggling to find movies that I was excited for this year. That's all. But there's a few of them.
Yeah.
Just looking at
I
the slate, I was like, oh,
for me, and this is I'm gonna get slammed for this. I still haven't watched the last John Wick movie, so I'm due. I have to watch that. But John Wick 4.
Someday, maybe when Keanu's like 80, like I did with the Indiana Jones movies, I'll watch all of the John Wick movies. I'll do that.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
All right, folks. I think that's it for the Moviecast. Stay tuned. Gamecast coming up next. Once again, we're live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us for these live broadcasts. If you can't, we're over on YouTube. Subscribe. That way you get notified when we post, when we go live. And leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'll see you on the Gamecast. We are out.